Hey there, YouTube. I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope y'all had a beautiful weekend out there. It has been absolutely perfect here. The weather, no humidity in the air, 54 degrees Friday morning, 54 Saturday, a little bit warmer today, but still feeling beautiful out here on the deck, getting a little vitamin D, eating some good food, and just wanted to come to you for this little quick video today called Return to the Breath, and join me for meditation next week. Guys, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go down and hit that subscribe button now. Then click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I don't want to waste anybody's time, so let me get to this real quick because this was not food related. People may have clicked on this video that are not familiar with me. Now, for anybody, like I said, I don't want to waste anybody's time. I'm not a meditation teacher. I'm not an expert meditation person. In fact, I kind of hesitated sharing for a while, like I was almost like, okay, let's do this and let's get back into it for a year. But I'm like, no, I think there's some value in kind of showing people the early stages and how to establish a simple meditation practice. And also I want to stress that too. I want this to be for people, well, I want it to be for a number of people, although it's not for people to come in and be condescending. If you're already a very experienced meditator, you don't need to come in and tell people they're not quite doing it right. But I want this to be for a lot of different people. I want this to be for people that have said they're not interested in meditation, who have been intimidated by meditation, who have said, I can't meditate, or meditation is not for me. Everybody can make themselves a meditation practice that benefits them. And if the word meditation is a problem for you, just think of it as a timeout, a refreshing timeout for your mind. So I'm just going to be sharing how I'm rebuilding my practice and the way I'm building it and the way I'm doing it and the way I'm progressing with it. Besides just sharing my personal practice, I'm going to share some of the teachers that I've enjoyed over the year, because even though I'm not an expert meditator, even though I'm not a teacher, I have practiced meditation off and on for probably 30 years. Thich Nhat Hanh was one of the people that kind of introduced me to mindfulness. Probably 30 or 35 years ago was when I first read one of his books. And some of the simplicity in his thought, in his writings, and in the way he expresses his idea of mindfulness meditation just really resonated with me, because there was different ways of taking that information that I was getting from him and other teachers. And that was that you could either use these very, very basic things, even just for 30 seconds, that can help you a lot, or you can go deeper with your practice. And like I say, I'm going to try to share as much stuff related to meditation, breathing, this type of stuff as possible, because it's been very beneficial to me these last 3 months. I started back with my daily meditation practice July 2nd. And if you've watched my channel, or if you've heard me mention this, you've probably heard me. I probably mentioned doing this back, I don't know, maybe well over a month ago. I know, if not a couple of months ago. Well, I just kind of kept putting it off because I wanted to at least, have sat for a certain amount of days before I did this. But I feel kind of ready to share this. Now, this is very important. I probably should have said this in the beginning, because people tend to drop out along the way. Well, like I said, I've got the link below. This is going to be done on my Facebook page, P-A-G-E, not group, no, G-R-O-U-P. The reason I say that so slowly and so succinctly is every time I mention this, I get requests at this Facebook group that I have. I'm not using that Facebook group currently. It's also called Raw Tropical Living. The page is called Raw Tropical Living. If you search Raw Tropical Living, both just pop up. Until you don't have to do anything. All you have to do is like the page. You'll be there. You'll see the content when it pops up. The group, I've probably got like 40, 50 requests sitting in the inbox because I'm just not using it right now. So just be sure and get with that on the page. It's not going to be any kind of a structured program. I want it just to kind of be spontaneous. I'm going to start sharing. Like I say, I'm going to share little live videos there. I'll probably upload a couple there. I'm going to show links to articles. I'm going to show links to other people's videos. And basically, I just want it to be anything that I can share that might help you to get a little bit of what I feel like I've gotten. Because, like I said, the last few years, my mental health has not been good. You know, I was in a situation in a little town due to family situations, and I wouldn't choose to be there, but also due to the circumstances, wouldn't have been anywhere else. And just kind of, my head just has kind of gotten a bad place. A lot of anxiety, a little bit of depression, and other than my eating the last few months, this has just been something that's been really keeping me on an even keel. I look forward to it every day. It's not something that I dread. It's not something that I'm like fidgety or like, oh, I've got to do this. And like I say, and I'm not gonna, like I say, I don't want to belabor the point here, but if you are somebody that's seeing this, it's like, well, I bet it's just probably not for me, or I just don't have the attention span, or I don't have the time, or you don't think you have the time to sit, or you're like, I can't sit down for 30 minutes, an hour. Well, a lot of people can't. But like I say, even if you sit down for 2 minutes, there's value. Even if you are aware of one breath, there's value in that. Why return to the breath? Why is that the title here? Because return to the breath is just kind of the theme of how I do my practice. It's what is, from everything that I've looked into on meditation, that resonates with me. And it takes some of the pressure off of you. You never, should get into beating yourself up because you think you're not meditating right. It's just simply a matter of whenever we get distracted, we're just returning to that breath. I find that the breath is my anchor these days. The breath is like my solitude. Anytime things, my mind gets trippy, things get tight, and even if it's just for 30 seconds, even if it's sitting in traffic with my eyes open, perfectly aware of the road, just taking a few breaths, there's benefit to that. And I want to share those benefits that everybody can take, even if, like I say, you're not going to develop some serious meditation practice where you sit every day for a long period of time. I don't know where my meditation practice is taking me. And this is not like a month challenge or a this or a that. This is just going to be something that starts, and it's going to be ongoing. And we're going to see where it goes. And I want to share as I develop and expand my meditation practice, because I'm going to stick, I'm going to make this a permanent part of my life this time. I'll explain sometime when I'm doing videos on the page, like kind of what caused me to drift away from my practice last time, and why it took me so long to get back to it. Sometimes it's kind of the same mentality as it is when I'm working out and then I get away from working out. When you're working out on a regular basis, when you're meditating on a regular basis, it just becomes part of what you do. When you stop, and you stop for a little while, and you stop for long enough, and you say you're going to start again, it's easy to fall into this trap of, okay, well, I haven't been working out, or I haven't been meditating. I'll start tomorrow. I'll start next week. Don't feel like it today. But once you start establishing your practice, once you start establishing some sort of a fitness program, then it's not so much like you have to make yourself do it. It's like you just don't feel right if you haven't gotten to that today. And that's the place I'm starting to get with my meditation practice. And as I'm beginning to share this, on Facebook, I will be expanding my practice a little bit next week, just a little bit. And that's something I'm going to talk about too, how I'm slowly progressing with my practice, not pushing myself, and just kind of letting it flow and letting it take me where I'm supposed to go. So anyhow, I hope some of you will want to join this or come watch it. It can be a little bit interactive, but even if I'm doing, like what I'm going to probably do a lot of times when I'm doing videos, instead of recording one like I'm doing for YouTube and uploading it, is I'll go live on the page. But I'm not going to necessarily put a time on there for people to come and be there, because people are all over the world that watch this kind of stuff. So I go live. Maybe nobody's there or happens to coincide with when I'm actually going live, but the video will be there, so it'll be like I just uploaded a video. So anyhow, gonna get started. I don't know if I'll share Monday, but I'm going to get started this week. We'll start sharing links regularly. We'll start sharing, like I say, videos, written material, some of the teachers, some book recommendations, some of the things I'm doing. And like I say, I'm going to try to connect several times a week through video form. So I'd love to see some of you guys there. Hope you'll be there. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And for the rest of the food people, I'll see you here again in a couple of days at the first of the week. Peace.